Perhaps one of the most famous phone numbers in movies is 5552368 from the original Ghostbusters, because when something's strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call? TV shows have also featured a lot of phone numbers, such as the one freestyle rapped by Aaron Paul's character in Breaking Bad. Are these numbers just made up or real? Our answer: some are real, some are not. Let's check out the history or the stories behind those numbers. If you have been watching movies and TV series on a regular basis, you must have noticed that whenever a telephone number pops up, more often than not, it starts with 555. That's because the majority of 555 numbers don't actually work due to a quirk in the American telephone system. In the old days, telephone numbers were made of a word that represented a telephone exchange name, plus a 5-digit number that represented a specific area. People had to dial first the numbers that corresponded to the first 2 letters of the exchange name. This is the reason why keypads on telephone units have letters in them. For example, for Pennsylvania 65000, that's 7365000. On the keypad, 7 has the letters PQRS while 3 has DEF. With that system in place, it became apparent that an exchange name that started with 55 is almost non-existent. That's because the 5 on the keypad has the letters JKL. Except for Klondike, there is no other exchange name that would start with the letters JK or KL. Klondike 5 was not used often. Old movies and TV shows began using 555 to make sure that no real person was using that number. Soon, 100 numbers bearing 555 were officially assigned to Hollywood, from 5550100 to 5550199. Audiences started to know better, and a 555 number used on screen told them that it was a fake number. So movies had to make them realistic. Unfortunately, using a working phone number has its risks too. The Jim Carrey movie, Bruce Almighty, created quite a stir. It featured a phone number that was supposed to be Bruce's contact with God himself, played excellently by Morgan Freeman. The phone number turned out to be a real one, being used by a few people living in different parts of America. One of them thought of demanding payment from Universal Studios after getting 20 calls an hour. After its Bruce Almighty fiasco, Universal bought its own number and used it in their succeeding movies, such as Scott Pilgrim vs. the World in 2010, and The Adjustment Bureau in 2011. If the number is not a 555, can you call it then? Sure you can, but you will probably just waste your time. You see, most working numbers bought by movie companies nowadays will either just give you a no answer, or a pre-recorded message that is related to whatever film or TV show it's attached to. You might also get a real person who is not a part of the movie or TV show and is just unfortunate enough to have a number that is the same as the one used on screen. Just imagine their reaction would be, especially if you're the umpteenth caller that they receive. So that's why you should not call those numbers in movies and on TV shows. We hope you have enjoyed this episode of So That's Why. Don't forget to subscribe to get your daily dose of informative and fun videos.